Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Fallout here. We are doing Dragon Tycoon 4. This is part of the series, so it is actually the fourth one. Not sometimes how you see in creative maps where people try and steal people's maps and just add a 2 or 3 at the end. This is actually all his. So it's a very cool series. This one you can actually fly dragons, unlike the last ones, which I don't think you could. Now there's a leaderboard here. This game's only been out for a few hours, so please ignore leaderboards. What they tend to do now is they put like a fake leaderboard up with a place where you can put your scores. Then eventually in a few weeks time the leaderboard becomes real. It's just to get new players to play because they see 18, they see like 18 rebirths and then they'll be like, oh, I can get more than that, and then they push to try and get on the leaderboard. All this is fake. It's just a little incentive to get you to play, so don't worry too much about that. This is the starting section, your little town's like square, and you can come here to trade, and you can trade your diamonds for gold and your gold for diamonds. And on the other side, it is more for emeralds, and I'll show you that too. Okay, so you can go and sell your emeralds for gold and gold for emeralds. I've not used any of them because the exchange rate is really bad. But if you really got like too much of one thing and you want something else, you can come here to trade. Up to you guys, of course. Now, I'm going to show you how to evolve from this tiny little guy right up into this beast. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So we're going to go to our base, which is over here. So once you've opened up one of the bases, there's 4, so choose which side you like. I've chosen next to the trial fire. So there is trial fire, and there is, move it away, there's trial fire, and then there's trial of earth, and there is, I'll show you this one over here first because it's more appropriate, trial of water. And so it's the 3 elements there, earth, water and fire, and then you've got a shadow challenge over here. We're not quite there yet, but what we have done is we've done the earth dragon and we've evolved him, and then I'm going to show you how to go and probably do the water one next. And I'm going to show you too because you might not understand it all, but when you do start you're going to have these little slimes. It's hard to see once you've got the bigger dragons, just be aware. Once you start, you're not going to have all these dragons behind you, but what you are going to do is you're going to kill these and you're going to get some little bit of money, and that will pay the same regardless of how much level you are and how far you're in the game. That pays exactly the same each time, and that raises your experience level, it raises dragons levels, I think. But when you get here, you know what it's like. You're going to start to do like a hopper. That's going to be your first thing. So you're going to open up your hitbox, and then you're going to open up one of the conveyors. That's generally how all tycoons start. However, this one is slightly different. So this is your hitbox, but what you notice is, if you look here, almost everything you open up pays per second. So your bottom 4 is gold, your middle 4 is diamonds, and your top 4 is emeralds. Okay, now as you can see, it's like that means per second, so that pays 15 gold per second. 45 gold per second. Okay, so the higher, obviously, the first number, the better. So it's not like you're just going to be concentrating on hoppers and hitboxes like standard tycoons, but what you will do is this is conveyor, and then you'll come to this section here and you'll claim. So that's how it works. So once you've opened all that up, on the bottom section there's going to be a part here where you can finally buy your dragons. Now you can own 4 dragons at a time, and when you do get a dragon, you can go and put them into little platforms that you'll open up, and that will give you a money return. Okay, so if I was to put a dragon in here, let's put a small one in. So let's get the smallest one. So there we go. So that dragon's paying 75 gold a second. Now if I put a big dragon in, you can see how it changes. Come on out the way, guys, so everyone can see. Now that's paying 1,000 diamonds a second. So obviously the better the dragon, the more it pays. Now there's loads of these platforms all around your sort of tycoon. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to evolve everything, and then we're going to start filling everything up with better dragons, and that's how it's going to work. Now there's 4 islands, 1 for each of the trials. Okay, and we're going to go through here, and then I'm going to take you up to some fun parts and explain pretty much what you have to do. So it's very obvious about opening up everything. Don't worry about what you open up in order. It all seems to pay like returns, so I wouldn't get too worried about that. These are quite low, so we'll leave them there. And so this is all your diamonds one. You go around, you're going to have your diamond conveyor, and then you're going to do the same thing here, and you're going to go and collect. You've got your hitbox here. Now, a little something about these dragons, which is pretty cool, is whatever I attack, the dragons attack. So if I want more diamonds, I would shoot that, and those diamonds would, those dragons would work getting me diamonds. Now, if I'm got plenty of diamonds and I don't want diamonds, I want emeralds, I would go up to the top section, and what I would do would be to shoot this. Then all my dragons will come from the diamond one up to here and start attacking this. Come on, dragons, don't let me down. There we are. So that is a good way to farm what you need to farm and whatever you're short of. Okay, so use your dragons to farm for you, which is very, very cool. So that's your emerald one. Again, it's 3 different sections, but all work pretty much exactly the same. However, there is this section over here. We're going to go and check weapons out because we're going to need these. We're going to look and see what good ones we have. Right, so let's buy that and replace it for this one. And let's get that because that is much better than I don't really need. I don't really need. Let's see if we want. We'll get rid of the gun, and we will keep the mask because the mask is fun for trying to get a map. So that's why I like to have them. Okay, so now we've got some decent guns. Now what you do is you put a dragon into this section here. This is the last thing you can open. Okay, and once he's in there, you put a dragon in. And see how it's now evolving? So that is my dragon evolved. Right, and you can select what you want. I'm going to just do mystery gift because it's more fun to watch. And see what we get. Let's see what we get. What are we going to get? Okay, awesome. I'll be taking them. That is a map break. Pretty much right there. These Nitrofists have got me out with so many maps, it's ridiculous. So yeah, so now we've got that. We're going to go and put a different one in, and we're going to take this guy away. Right, don't want him in. No, I don't want him in. Any small ones? Right, okay. Cool. Right, so we've got 3 big dragons now, right? So that's how you evolve them. And let's go and take them to one of the trials. And we're going to go out this way. So we're going to go to Earth we've already done. We're going to go and do trial by fire, okay? And then it says now I can fly because you can't fly until your dragon's like big. You can't obviously ride a smaller dragon, so you need to have a bigger dragon. Okay, and then once you're here, you're going to have to do some battling if you want to. You don't want your dragon to die, but you can, or faint as they call it. So the more experience your dragon gets, the bigger they get, and stronger they get. See, every time they evolve, you get given the option to do this. So we're going to go for speed this time, because we don't need any others. Alright. So the more battling they do, the stronger they get. So they get experience points. So let's move on up, and what we are going to do is try and bypass all these cool dragons to get to the end. And then I'm going to show you how to turn your dragon into this absolute monster. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the dragon into this section here. So place the fire dragon. Okay, now these tend to be a little bit glitchy if you go away. See, if you walk away, you're like, oh, what's happened there? So just stand here, and then go to the goblin. And now we're going to evolve him into this absolute beast. And he's going to become this massive, like, strong dragon. Right, so that's how the evolving all works. So now we've got this awesome guy, and what you're going to do is you're going to want to put him into one of the platforms and repeat the process with all the dragons and get all the platforms, all these guys, so you're going to get maximum return back for your money. Now, how much that helps, I don't know. I suppose it depends what part of the leaderboard you're chasing, whether you want like money side and dragon strength, or if you're looking for like rebirths. If you're just rebirthing, I would probably skip all this if that's what you're aiming for the leaderboard. It depends what your end goal is, to be honest. Now I'm on level 19, almost level 20, to buy this awesome like wing set. But I'm gonna go and get this one. No, I'm not. I need level 30 for that one. So level 10. So I've changed my mask, and I'm gonna almost have level 20. So that mask is much better. So I've got the fire mask. I'm gonna try and get level 20 while we're here. Let's see if we can. Just go. Come on, almost there. Okay, so once we get to level 20, I'm gonna go and buy that awesome back design, which is awesome. So once we get to level 20, we're gonna go and collect this, what do you call it? This wings, which is absolutely amazing. Much better than the wings I've got. Yeah, that looks much better. Especially on my character, that looks awesome. So very, very nice designs. I'm looking forward to having all of them. Probably skip that one, don't like to look at that one. But that looks cool, and this looks cool. I've got the two ones I really want. So that's how you evolve everything, and that is basically how you're going to play the game. So now you're going to take these and put them in the platforms. Alright, so we're going to do that. We'll try and get you here alive. Don't worry about your dragons, you can heal all them. And I'll show you how to go and do that now. So I have to say this Tycoon is a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun. There's loads of things going on. The artwork design of this has been really, really good. You can tell the guy's got previous experience. And he's learned from any mistakes he's made in the past, and it's got better and better and better. I actually think this is going to be a really popular Tycoon. What I would like to see, as usual, is, you know the channel, I love collectibles, and I don't see any. I've flown around all the map, and I can't see any collectibles to be found. There's little goblins around the place, but you can't collect them. So yeah, so I'd love to see decent collectibles. However, it's still loads of fun. I've not rebirthed, but I can rebirth, but I'm not going to yet. I'm just having fun. Plus, I don't want to lose this guy, so for rebirth, I'm going to lose this. So this is going to be the next part of the video I'm going to show you, which is a cool little switches and stuff outside the map, or hidden inside the map is the best way to say it. Because these dragons are like flying map breaks. It's absolutely amazing. So this is where you come to rebirth. Okay, so once you've opened all that up and bought everything, you can rebirth here. This is on the diamond floor, so right in the middle. And then this means rebirth. And obviously I've not got any yet, so once you've got 3 rebirths, you'll be able to buy this diamond crystal. Okay, but it is, like I said, it's a lot of fun. You can use a telescope. And this is the little goblin guy I was telling you about. So he is way over there. So I flew over there with the dragon and I couldn't interact with him. Now I don't know if he's a collectible. Certainly it wouldn't allow me to collect him at the time. But I am going to go and show you some cool stuff with this dragon, which is really, really fun. Right guys, so apologies for the lack of sound effects. That's because the sound effects actually plays music when you're on the dragon. So when you're flying the dragon, it plays copyright music, which is very annoying, and I can't turn it off. So I've had to reduce the sound effect noise. So it's going to sound a bit quiet just now, but we're not going to be on it for too long. This dragon is called Map Break, and he's called Map Break for a reason. The reason being, he can do things that you shouldn't be able to. One of them is he can fly underwater, which is extremely cool. But because he can fly underwater, the guy has hidden a lot of his secrets inside the water, because normally you can't get to them. Thankfully, none of them do anything, which is good, because for me, the enjoyment is always finding the stuff, not using it. I've no interest in using it. It's the finding that I enjoy. And I always do get a bit annoyed when you find stuff and you can actually use them, because then you know pretty much somebody else has found it or going to find it, and then that's the end of the game or leaderboard, which is a bit sad. So this little goblin guy replicates exactly what's happening on the inside of the map. This is a very standard thing in UEFN stuff, where there's something on the outside doing exactly what is happening on the inside. So it's very, very cool. There's main game switches over here, just like you saw when I was doing Havoc Hotel 3. Now, please bear in mind, about 90% of the map breaks and stuff I find, I don't actually post to the channel. So leave me a comment in the channel if it's something you want to see me doing more often, because there's hundreds of maps that I've done it on and I never post. I just like really sticking to collectibles, walkthrough, helpful guides, and the occasional map breaking glitches. I don't want to be the guy who just breaks all Fortnite creative maps and has everybody hating them. It's not really what I want. I like to be more on the sort of helpful side. That's the thing, and I do the sort of map breaks in my own time. And if there's something very cool, you'll post it. But if it's just like your standard map breaking switches, I'm not really normally going to post it. But here we are. So that is Dragon Tycoon 4. It's an absolute amazing game. We're off the dragon out, so 2 seconds for a cut, and I'll get this. I'll get the sound effects back on because it's very dull without them. There we go. Get a bit of life back in the game. There we go. Because that was getting even hard for me. So there we go. Now there is a little section, and I don't know if I've taken it to you yet, where you can go and you can capture, and that will give you a small increase in diamonds. So let's go and use this and get over there now. Bit short, but that'll be close enough. Right, so over here you'll be able to capture, and this one is going to do, I think this one's going to be emeralds actually, not diamonds, so apologies for that. So there we go. And these little islands are around, and these 4 main battle islands where you evolve are all out there. And that is pretty much everything you can do. The next big thing is to try and get the shadow dragon. So we can evolve all these dragons and then eventually get the shadow one. What happens then, I don't know. It could be a wee while away, so this is where we're up to the video, and I might do like a part 2 just to add it on. What happens when you evolve all dragons. But now you know what to do, and I've hopefully given you a little bit of help in a review of the game. It is, if we're going to review it out of 10, it's probably a 7, which is I think pretty fair. I'm mostly giving it such a high rating because of the actual like design and look of the game, plus all the additional things it has to play. Certainly got a lot of replayability features, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's a good time to end the video because that is the server ending. We've done our 4 hours, and it's time to move on. So yep. So thanks again, everybody, and follow it out.